And Mammy, come on, Miriamba, Aquaba. Nah, yes, yet, Mediano, I say. All right. Emmanuel, Shalom.
Shalom.
Go. Now, Mapumwell. Okay. Young couple of us I have. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Okay, I'm also good. All right. I was here for not just that. You have a chance here. This will be at your mind. I'm a. You don't want to put your mother to make it so. We work in the phone lines for you. So, also, come on, you buy video. Will have your thoughts about it. And the time we could show you the Mawa with me and the okay.
Tell them to ask some questions.
Yeah, and I'm sure I would anybody else here. One more Abu Boss Hanky, a well known Eddie Amaya. Mesha say the premium mammy was answered. I don't know, or strikers idea. I am not a young girl. About the name, there's no more brother. Okay, and when you might hear, man, you might hear. Good. I know the air for side me.
There's a also Amambra and Yamizman.
Okay.
Israel, Abamba and Yamizman.
Okay. I am rough, and she say, to my young couple on the man, is right one. A barbecue who some yaka. Just so you go so this one, and I see a boy to and I go for video. Yeah, Nancy. Okay.
Shalom, shalom, and good evening.
Shalom. Shalom.
Do you want to introduce yourself? I'm Sister Nahaima.
Okay.
I'm Sister Aisha.
YAHAWAH and Mayana.
Okay.
And again, we're from the Awakening Kingdom of Zion, and we're here to preach the word or teach the word of God as it is written according to the Bible. So as we understand it, we are the true children of the Most High, the Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
And God is black, and His Son is black, and we're here to awaken people and encourage them to come on down to our church, which is in Cape Coast and Eckham, to come and study and learn the word as it is written.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to start, and I want to speak a little bit on fear. We know we've had 2 sessions already, and we spoke about how we are the true children, and we have to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. But what I also want to talk about today is that we must fear the Most High, and to give some understanding on how we do that. So I want to bring out scripture, which is Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what that the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So we can see, it says, and now Israel, again, he's speaking to the children of God, which are the Israelites. God has a requirement from us, okay?
Okay.
And the first one, it says, is to fear him. So we have to know how to fear him. Many people say they fear God, but I don't know if they fear him according to as it's written.
Okay.
So we're going to go through the scriptures today to
Okay.
see if people are truly serving and fearing the Most High God. Exodus 20 and 20.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 20. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
So let's take the word fear. What does it mean to fear God? So a few words are to be afraid, to reverence, to respect, to honor, to fear his judgment. Growing up in a Christian church, they tell you that, okay, all you have to do is believe. You believe and you go to heaven. They don't really tell you what the requirement to serve God and please him is to be his children.
It's all about the belief.
Exactly. But we're reading here that it says we must fear him. So do we really fear him? Do we really know who he is? And why we should fear him?
Okay.
Right? So, give me Sirach 25 and 12.
Sirach chapter 25, verse 12. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love.
It's the what?
The beginning of his love.
So how many people say, oh, I love God. I go to church every Sunday, I love him. He knows who I am. I am his child. Read it again from the top, please.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 25, verse 12. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and the faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him.
So So where do we need to begin from? We need to learn to fear him.
Okay.
That's how his love will be perfected in us. If we fear him, let me give you an example.
Yeah, so I want to know what are some of the things that we can do to clearly identify that yes, we are really fearing God.
Let's start
We
off
have
by
something
knowing,
extra to do.
let's start off by knowing who he is. Who is the Most High,
Okay.
right? Let's think about all the things he's done. Many people want to paint him as he's this soft, merciful power who doesn't require anything. We don't know that the Most High is a man of war. We don't know that the Most High is a man who will come and recompense our sins, which is the transgression of the Lord.
Okay.
So I think we need to explore who he is and the things he's done. And if we are to fear him, we would be afraid because we know that if we transgress against him and go against him, there will be a punishment. So an example, we all have mothers and fathers. We know that growing up, especially even here in Ghana, right? You have your father, he's the man of the house, the head of the house.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go against their father because why? They'll fear what the outcome could be.
Okay.
So if the Most High is our Father, why do we not consider as his people what the outcome of going against him will be? How comes we don't know this? How comes the church doesn't teach this? So are we really afraid of him? Are we afraid of going against him and what he's told us to do?
Okay.
Because he's going to come and he's going to, how can I put it, pay us. It says the wages of sin is death.
Okay, yeah.
Do we fear that? So let me give you a few examples. If you understand the history of the Bible, we know that the children of Israel once were in captivity in Egypt. How does Egypt stand today? So when the Most High brought us out of Egypt, what did he do? He parted the Red Sea and he destroyed who? The Pharaohs, right? And his men who pursued him. So do we know that the Most High keeps?
Yeah.
So are we fearful of dying? Are we fearful of going against him? And I don't think we are as black people. So as Sarat said, when you understand to fear him, that's just the beginning of his love.
Okay.
Right? So give me Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. So as I was saying, we know and we brought out before that the Most High has given his children laws, statutes, and commandments. He's given us a way we should live our life to appease him, so he could be a power unto us, right? But we have continuously gone against him. One example is Noah and the flood, right? The Most High, what did he do? He didn't like the sin upon the earth and the way we went against him. So what did he do? He sent water on the earth and only saved 8 people out of the whole entire earth. Does that not fear you? Does that not put fear in you? Do we really know what he does?
Okay.
Right? So read this one.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
So for us, we live a life that goes against the Most High, right? So if we know that we are not pleasing him and we still go against him and we're not punished there and then, we think it's okay. We get up, we go where we're going day to day, we don't mind what we do or what we're supposed to do. So a lot of us think because he doesn't judge us, chastise us, or punish us speedily, we can continue in our wicked deeds, right?
12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God.
That what?
Fear God.
So it will be well with you if you fear him, because if you fear him, you will fear what his punishment will be for disobeying him,
Okay.
right?
Which fear before him. 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. 14. There is a vanity.
So as I'm saying, we have to fear him, we should be afraid of him, and let's find out what things
So as it stands now, do you think there are certain activities or certain things that we have been doing that shows that we don't fear God?
Of course, if you're doing anything that is the opposite of his laws, statutes, and commandments, which we know you can find in the Torah in Hebrew, which is the first 5 books of Moses, if you're doing anything to the opposite of that, then you're going against the Father.
Okay.
And what did the Father say he's going to do to those that disobey him? That's what we're going to explore. right? So if you want to show your love and show you fear him, you're gonna obey. As a woman, if my father tells me what to do, I have to obey. If I disobey my father, I'm going to be scared. So it's disobedience is enough. All right.
Okay, all right. You have a corner for you have a petty, the church move your one. Over to us on India. Oh, okay, okay. And you I have to my mouth, so.
So, yeah, what's your man? Madam, okay,
okay.
I also said, don't you remember some?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Israel, see, Erazi Henny and Kupon ye Erazoker.
Israel, see. Nti yene raze nyankopon ye nyankopon kotin nti Israel fu nyina na wan nyame a wasom oyekor
Okay.
onsu obia ne nyame ibi nsum Israel fu nsum ye nyame kokko ne bi nsum nyame tuntum won nyina wan nyame yekor nti nyankopon ka che on Israel tie
5. Na fa wa kuma nyinara na onye wo kra nyinara na onye wa hoze nyinara do Erazo wo nyankopon.
fa wa kuma wa dwen wa hoze wo bibia for the way rise nyankopon wo wa kone nyina mu man ka da erefa France nyame na mbrasam mrefa mezewu na meje yeri ana man chawa na meje mawaka nso o se fe ni nyina for the way rise wo nyankopon.
Okay.
So all nkuti na suman ono nyame nyankopon protein nyame biara nka ho bi yanko first John 6
1 John chapter 5, verse 3 to 4. Na nyankopon do nyini dia ye bezi na ahyase do na na ahyase no iyezu
ono wa kye him isi nyankopon no do wa kye him no do dem be ye bezi na ahyase do na numbra sam na atemudi nyina ona nyankopon
na wana na ozi wiazi. Sorry. 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Na nyankopon do nyini dia ye bezi na ahyase do na ahyase no iyezu.
yes
4. Osande bibiara obiara onyankopon awo no ozi wiazi do nkunyim na inyi nkunyim a wezi wiazi do nyim no meche ye ni jezi.
also obi biara nyame odo no no ozi nkunyim wona azi biara do nyankopon numbra sam bia oza mahini bia oye no kwa so se de yezido na ye yedu ejuma sense enyi mofoma wo fie ana wo mba na se hihye mbra sam zema ho da awo konsu uso plana o ye de ya na se ebaba na wa ye pepepe a mutizira wani baji uburufu entia bibia enti ya ko bwa hihye mbra sam za ama wana nya wana wo sme raze nkotu na bokọ so ahimenu obotu abra nya ye te ponya nya da bi a ye kala keke se kana ya onya no kwada wo so papa ahimanu nti nya no oye action ejuma ika na aye maka nen na mo modo ya kokwa modo da ko sida ka tna shede mi nda ka tna shede na ye na shede na na ye atemu ono ye ejuma
Okay.
nti ba ya kokwa za mba hini nyina o se de ye zido na ye amada kwa ma oba ye nya asochi wo na mrasa na atemu no.
John chapter 14, verse number 15. Sahun domi a humezeme mresa mo do.
John ha kire se ye do na on de ye ntini mrasa mo do obi biara ido no no ebe pede ebe yaza de bia na yi baji enya za ne bubofu enya za de biara obochi abai anada obeti yi obi wo hu de bia ebe pede ebe yaza na enyu baji ama de bia na enyi bu susu bia otuma yeju wa wo no no woni ntem.
Okay.
John Exodus 20 verse 2. Number some na hihye da ozemayin o kire da yenye nti ya bohwe ko na ya ba foda ya ba ye ma o ba kire da edo ajenkwa no ana wanu franfa e na edidiri
Exodus chapter 20 verse 2. Eminye razu nyankopon na mi wo Egypt asase do.
Also, yes. Emi razu nyankopon na oyi wo fi Egypt. Wo yi wa asase biara do Egypt. Na oyi wo fi ho. Wo nkwaso pim no. Abra waze nkwaso nyankopon na obi yi fi ho.
Menye nyame fufu bi nkamba.
Aso menye nyame fufu biara nka no ho. Nyame bia yi wo kan oduma akoma nyankopon na ono nkotin na o se yensuma.
Menye ohunyi bi ana aze a wo wi mo sir. Anaza awo asase de bo fem. Anaza awo sumu asase. Nesa so mawu.
Na otinta di biara abosum no onya adwonkwa na hihade no. Anyam le resuma. Suma oduma akoma nyankopon na obi yi fi awuda atiti mu. Say obi bi obey you to do na mbasa ma hihade. Ozman. Nti obi bi o se do nzi adwonkwa na hihade na atemu do. 1 John 3:2.
1 John chapter 2 verse 3. Na sayezi na shazu da. Iyara na yezu bahu da yenyim no.
Da ma na oti. Ya fa na afehye ya wodi. Oba ma ba ha. Se nyempenfu Ibrahim o ka che manu mu mpenfu de. Ka she yetu ya da she. Oba ma na na o me no. Yendi afetu afehye September bi. Se Obama ba August the 6th bi da na afehye. E me pe fu mi dinto obaga tu.
Sanse ya mamre wo.
I amamre o.
Ye sha mu de gwa kono.
Da ma na oti. Amramba so once son.
Okay.
Want to tuna ase. Wan jin tumti da ma na yakopa so. O de ne brasa ma hyehyɛ ti nyinara. O de ba
Ya no so se san enyi.
O ye djuma. Ese so no ye djuma.
Okay.
Ese so na che de nti ne brasa mo. Ayo na akwa.
Nya academy nyim no. Na onzi na shazu do no. Oye otor.
Ti se aye hwɛ. Ye hwɛ nyankopɔ na hyehyɛ ti. Ana kosira na wo.
Yenim se ka ba ka na ase so di anke ba ka se Ghana fo won mo kwa sore won mo sum nyankopon do so pa o. Ente asade ne hyehyɛ ya ka ma se mi. Does it mean say ye di so?
Kura. Akuru po ni wa kosira fo wodo. Kura.
Hey.
This iwie bi na da wa bacho. Wa Bible no. It's a wa bacho. We know Bible. Na mo me da wo so we twa. Me na so be da me wudi me nje wo me nwa man cha wan dem ma mesima. Be dia tem me da wan. The man da mbrese me na so.
Okay.
What do I be na jebi? But ma fe bi di na do.
Na possible say be to be ni na so.
Oh, yeah, possible to have John, John wa ka che no wa yeten.
Another.
Wa yeten.
1 John chapter 5 verse 3. Na yakopon do ni da ye bezi na shazu do. Na shazu no eyezi.
Ala wa ka che ni. Eti ni na mbresa na hina shazu ni na Bible nu.
Okay.
Eti ya Sofia ni yesa wonda wonya da gina ya so na mesi ni nya da gina ya ko Bible nu.
Eti da na nkoye asofo na moaye. Anya yesi adwini pisa de ni.
Asofo na moaye. Se ibi o na la ba afi bo na Bible nu o gbe mu da.
So bu ekro nti o kan ko won ti.
Atase. Eti awa ko school mi jimtire nyim. Eti kana na hu baby no kwa no na me hipa na hu. Enya kwara sha ne yade sumanyame. Enya kwesem ka ka tra so dem na wade sumanyankopa. Na brasa na hyehyɛ no oh. To no se de ya force na ye hu na ye gzedo. Ana make de say future fashion kere sisa. De fio oh September da August. What I say?
Yeah.
Into the master na yakopa so na asam so ɔte. Esisa na ori ye. Esisa na eri nya nkwa je no enko. Ye ya hima ni mukwa enko.
Okay.
In John chapter 19 verse 8. Erazi ashazitin. Oma akumatoyem. Erazi na mbransam hotu. Otu eyi.
Say ati.
Yeah.
Senti oya sama say it today yanka say yan patanya. Ya aho kira wa ba bebe yi ni aye hwe. Kuku nyina ya fa ko bebia. Adoko. Nti so waka say ni adaje cha Bible na nsua. Ebo ya kopon na brasa ma hyehyɛ di nyina. Ne ediru mu wankasa. Wo atwa. Esa asasi bi ebra obrecho. Na wo kra na otu mu na ono okinya punishment. Aba titi bra na da tete.
Okay.
Aba kwa na edina fabra da ache no so okinya bre how na tembu bi e wo net na akwa ma.
Okay. Se awasa wotimi ma wokra no jina papa bi adache bi obetimi akoyi amanu. I see. Wo bi betimi de sa hye de so ne sa hye ya wo kan wasami. wabra bi on kwa Bible mu yɛbɛtumi ayɛ biribi saa na Bible na kɔ constitution deɛ ama yɛ a automatically na noa na wɔsɛ yɛtumi ɛhwɛ na nsɛm a ɛwɔ mu no yɛde yɛ adwuma
ɛnsa Bible na ɔsɛ dɛ yɛkɔ na kɔmɛ no tum ehunu ma asɛm ɔwɔ yɛfɛ dɛ akɔ school na sɛ wɔyɛ exam
meka wei because ɛberɛ a Bible ne maa yɛ no ne yɛnim sɛ yɛ papa no mu a wɔn ɛtena aseɛ no so ebinom bɔ ɔbra papa yie ama nneɛma kɔnkan daze ne sɛ wɔn no ma mmɔ bra
wɔde tete wɔn sɛ wɔn nana no bi nyim mbra na ahyehyɛ de wɔde tete wɔn nti wɔdi do na ahene mi sisi ayɛ yɛ abi didi yɛato ne nyinaa egu yɛakafa abɔfo no wɔn mbra wɔn ahyehyɛ de na yɛdi yɛ adwuma ɔde last bi ka na ha dɛ mo nana ɔnyim wɔɔkyi but wo sunsun ne kidina wie ma ohu mbira wabɔ wate na yɛde yɛn dɛm ade na ato hɔ na yɛde abɔfo wɔn wɔɔkyi yɛdi yɛ adwuma wɔbɔ sisi na edwuma na akɔbɔ na ebi a yɛhwɛ nyakopɔn na abakɔ sɛ ma sisi mba wate kɔsi bɔ yɛ na wabɔ sisi nti ɔsɛ yɛde abɔfo wɔn ade bi agu nkyɛn na yɛn kɛse yɛ kɔ yɛn tete amambra no mu ɔna ɔbɔbɔ yɛn.
Alright. Who will be the man? And I'm coming here. Okay,
in John chapter 119, verse number 4. All Ashayan, Washazi, they yenzu do kitty.
Papa Ashayan, I said the yenzu do kitty. Why I said that was Ashayan kitty, the Motsi Biara. I said the yenzu do. It's into care for being a
not just about force.
Why force? So na wawo pepa na awo ba no bafo no ofia e be sha wona mra tutu chance papra ha e wanje ba bren nti de ma na yakopɔ so oda atete de yakɔ kyerɛsɛm ni yakɔ sia na akwan me yento de kete amada akwan ma yambra nti ye ti ate so de ngomorua ya to no wona abredo yakopɔ me kwa sha no fenta agor so ka ro ba ya enipa bi ayo butu wasizi itu ka chande yakopɔ na amina bukɔtu kwarasha I mean, I'm could a pen. I mean, I'm walking kind of Bible. I said him. I mean, I'm not torn you. This is embrace some of the baby.
Okay.
I'll fight also. It's yummy. I'm going to Amadakamba. You're not trying.
Okay, all right. Elsia, any episode, Awakening Kingdom of Zion, the spiritual yoke, and the media. And she will be a man of Edama. Now, was waiting me. I was with the good Kumayano. Na also friend at the Abdul for you by your home land. Na one of the your war at the Amari. Shalom.
I want to enlighten more on what my sister said in English.
Okay.
She was talking about we, the Israelites and the black people, keeping the commandments.
Okay.
And she first went to Deuteronomy, where the commandments are. And she went further to 1 John chapter 5, verse 3 to 4, talking about the love of Christ. So in all this that we are saying is what she wants to enlighten everyone to do is by keeping the commandments. She went further to John chapter 14, verse 15, and it reads that if you love me, keep my commandments.
Yeah.
So these are all the things that is in the New Testament. Some people said, oh, the Old Testament is do and done away with, so we don't have anything to do with it. But Christ said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And she went further on to Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 2. And I'm not saying exact things that is in the Bible. I'm just something that I've summarized it.
Okay.
So she was talking about if the Lord who took you out from Egypt, the Lord taking us from Egypt and showing us his commandments. So the Exodus 22 to 2 is the commandments where we can find most of the commandments that the Lord gave to the children of Israel when Moses delivered them from the hands of Egypt bondage. So then we went further to 1 John chapter 5 verse 3 and it reads like, I'm summarizing it.
Okay.
For the love of the Most High that we keep his commandments. So this is for the most, if you love the Most High, you have to keep his commandments. And she went further to Psalm 19, 7 verse 8. And it reads that the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, make wise the simple. And it reads, she went further with Psalm 119 verse 4. And it talks about the keeping of the commandments and that Thou has commanded us to keep the precept diligently.
Okay.
So let's move to my own topic. So I am here to talk about something that I still don't understand about a Christian church. I know I'll still get into trouble, but I'll still do this. I went through the Bible this week and I got to find out that the Bible tells us not to call anyone a father. But like as usual,
You didn't call anyone a father.
no, it's in the Bible. I'm coming to prove to you.
Yes.
As usual, we were calling the Roman Catholics, we were calling the Anglicans fathers, and we were calling our pastors in the church. No one is even supposed to be called a rabbi. No one is supposed to even be called a master, reverend, doctor. I still don't even know
Those
where.
big titles.
No, it's not in the
It's not
Bible.
allowed.
No, it's not in the Bible.
It is not in the Bible.
It is not. If truly this is what they are using,
Mhm.
it is not in this.
Okay. So
It is
Reverend
not-
Father and
It's made up.
Reverend Professor Minister.
It is made up. It's something they have made up. So let's start from Malachi chapter 1 verse 6.
Mother, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my
Hold on.
honor?
Do we I used to be a Christian. Do the Christians honor their father? That is the Most High. Do they honor him? It's okay, we just read the commandments. And it says if you love him, keep the commandments. So do the Christians honor their father? So if you are talking about honoring someone, you go far to obeying, respecting, humbling yourself for the person. Are the Christians doing that?
Then accept his rules and regulations.
It's the same. Are they doing that? Continue, my sister.
And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you.
My sister was talking about the fear. Where is the fear? Where is it?
You don't fear God.
No. Listen, we know. I will steal her thing. I will take her husband. The next thing, if I go and I raise my hand, the pastor just pray for me. My sins are forgiven.
Jesus will forgive you.
Jesus will forgive me. But God killed Adam and Eve, sacked Adam and Eve, killed people in Sodom and Gomorrah. Even how many people got to the land of Israel after they delivered us from Egypt? He killed everyone. Even Moses didn't make it to the promised land. So will he forgive me? Moses, who came out with the commandment, didn't make it to the promised land.
Who Moses?
The whole Moses.
How much more you come from?
Me. Will you forgive me? But that is the belief the Christian church do believe that they will surely be saved. Because they don't have fear and they don't honor him. My sister, let's continue.
O priest, that despise my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name?
The priest. Do they even know the real name of Christ? There's no J in the Hebrew. Where do we get the Jesus from? Do they even know? Are they using the real name in their prayers? Most people go to these churches and don't know what is the foundation of the church. The foundation.
And the origin of
They
the
are
name.
there with all kinds of spirits. Someone that they fall. That is when it's called the Holy Ghost. I've not even seen that in the Bible. One day we'll go through the miracles of Christ, and I'll look for when a woman fell down and dancing abaja and apatampa on the floor. I will go through that. I've not seen that one. That one too. Let's continue. Let's go to Matthew chapter 23, verse 8.
Matthew chapter 23, verse 8. But be not ye called rabbi. For
Rabbi
one,
means teacher.
Okay.
Rabbi means teacher and master. So he said, don't call anyone what? Rabbi. Can you continue?
for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren.
Even Christ.
What does it mean?
It means that no one should call anyone a master. Even Christ. We are all brethren in Christ.
Even Christ, we shouldn't call him a master.
No, we shouldn't call him. No.
Our Master Jesus.
No, you relax. I will still. Our master is Yahawah, the only master, the only Reverend Doctor, Bishop, and he's Yahawah.
Okay.
Christ is just a servant.
Okay.
He's the son, and he was sent. Christ couldn't come on his own to come and die. He's not the master himself. Can you do things on your own here?
No.
You're not the master, but your boss can do things on his own here. So Christ couldn't come here to come and die. Oh no, I am Christ, so I'll come. No. He needed, there was a time for everything. He waited till his time before Yahawah sent him. Only when. So even Christ obeyed the voice of the Most High.
Okay.
He kept the commandments. He obeyed it. He didn't wake up to come here by himself. Let's go to James 3:1.
James chapter 3 verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation.
This is Christ saying, my brethren, be what?
Be not many masters.
No one should be called a master, for you shall receive the greatest condemnation from the Most High.
Hey.
Yes. So I think you should have a change of mind calling your boss master. Tell you read, they taught you have understand.
So what is the appropriate name for us to use?
Boss. It's
Boss.
normal. Boss is normal. When I go to find out, I went to my Anglican father. I know you need to forgive me. Father Anyan, wherever you are, forgive me. I went to him and asked him why we have been calling him father all this while. I asked him. He said, oh, father means rabbi is teacher. He didn't give me any tangible reason. He didn't teach me like the reason why we have been calling him father, Roman father, Anglican father ever since then. I'm like, I'm not coming to church again.
But is there anything wrong saying father? Does it cut down or bring down our salvation?
There is you shouldn't. It's a commandment we need to follow.
Okay.
Are we still slaves? If you find Christ, you are not a slave. A master is someone who is supreme, who is over you. We are. Listen, your boss, is he not like, doesn't he follow Yahushua and Yahawah? So that is it.
Okay.
He followed the Most High. So even him is a little tiny ant in his presence.
Okay.
So why will you raise yourself, woman, also at this time? Who are you? But when it comes to the Bible, no one should be called a master. No one should be called a father. Can we move to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5.
Okay.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in a man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord.
Can you start again? Cursed be what?
Cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
Hold on. Cursed be unto any man that trusted in man. Let's say I use her as an example that I can take her husband and I'll go to church and I'll say, oh, I have confessed. Listen, a lot of people put their trust, their belief, their everything in these pastors. They believe if they sin, the pastor himself pick a phone and call Christ and listen, this your child here has sinned, forgive him. And Christ saying, curse be unto them.
Okay.
We put our trust, they think, oh, if I do this and I go to this pastor who is walking on the sea, turning yam into phone, turning this water into wine, my sins are forgiven. The miracles these pastors are performing nowadays is more than what Christ
that
did.
is what they have planted in us for a very long time.
That is why we are here to awake all of you.
Whatever,
That is why we are here.
Come
Listen, that is why we are here.
Okay.
This is the Bible. I'm not using your pastor is doing that, but will he ever read this to you? You have been in church. We have all been in churches for so many 20-something years. I've never heard anything of this. I don't want to say anything. American is one way. Just we are done. We go home. We don't even open our Bible.
Okay.
We have never been gone through any of these sorts. They have never given us a reason.
Okay.
Someone like me need a reason why I should call you a father. You are not my father. Why should I call you a father? If I ask so many people, they won't even give me a good reason. They don't even teach us the reason why some of the things they do there. So up to you. It's up to you to look for it. Search and understand. And if you find the truth, you turn away from the old ways.
Okay. Okay, but what about our own fathers that we have in our house?
That is, how many times do you call your father a father? I'm asking a general question.
But some people do so.
No. You call him that. That is a common thing. At least he brought you into this world, he gave birth to you.
So those people who have been saying father, they should stop.
At least there's a difference.
Oh, okay.
He brought you
But-
to this world.
So that it's okay for you to do that in the house.
How many times do you even call him a father?
Okay, all right.
Let's go to James chapter 2, verse 10.
Okay.
James chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
Hold on, is that New Testament?
Yes.
You are reading the New Testament.
Ah.
I'm surprised.
Why?
Read it again.
James chapter 2, verse 10.
Are you sure James is not in the Old Testament?
James chapter 2, verse 10.
So why are they telling us the laws, the commandments is do and done away with? Read it again, my sister.
For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
I don't want to talk again. This is the New Testament.
Yeah.
This is the New Testament. Can we go to Matthew chapter 23, verse 9 and 10? This
Matthew
will end
chapter
it.
23, verse 9. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. 10. Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ.
Yeah, it's clear now.
It's clear.
Yeah.
So you need to talk to your boss like at least boss.
Okay.
Let me change this name.
Okay.
Don't let me call you master. Can you even call your boss master?
Okay, let me announce the phone lines now. Viewers and listeners can call and then come to the show and make their contributions. 0243 137753. 0243 137753. All right, so let me take my first call here. Hello, good evening. Good. The name and where you're calling from?
Among Teacher Koyo.
Okay, Teacher Kojo, and the uncle, meet you.
But today I'm satisfied and I'm full of dream. And can tell me shape actually I'm naming them. Protection, I'm going to talk about the media now to be a bunch of Bible. They want Matthew 14, John 14, not 15, verse 10. That if you keep my commandment, you shall abide in my love. If you love me, keep my commandment. You cannot lie. I've done your commandment every year. But not really too much. It is a embrace. Nay, you don't have content of content you smart. So, Jim, tell the truth, let's have a catcher that to me now. You say, we can't just sorrow, the time he was the one to film, not what you're waiting for. Walk, you know, she might be more coincident. I do the most Bible, we had the whole something now. Now, in the year, I made a so, my appearance down in Shabbat. You're quite once in a room, you have about 1 hour, 40 hours, so you have a bottle. But first, you get to be sure.
Okay.
See the minimum bread about what? Now, somebody I can do no. The pay my dear, my boy.
All right, but as if Teacher Kojo, what's with me about 0243 1377.
Repeat what he was saying.
53.
Oh, he was saying that
Okay.
everything that we are saying is that's
Yeah.
what's
Exactly.
in the Bible.
Yeah.
And he even quoted, "If you love me, keep my commandments."
Okay.
So let's continue.
Yes.
Let's pick this one. And hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good. Good evening, baby. I can say free.
Yeah, so far.
My radio set didn't go from Kakra. Go to from Kakra.
So far.
So far, I can say free.
Go okay, close.
Yes, you.
Kwame.
Yeah, me.
Bible no woman. Nemo, my after that. Now, the pinky. I look at it for so many years, and I'm walking.
Yeah.
And you'll be a father. If you don't say no father, you'll be telling to Mama good reason. And I'm a walk.
Yeah.
Father, you'll be telling us to find him. And I'll call one channel. One to one channel, the minister of our Bible. And it's another father, the one to my channel, Father. Babel, and Mammy.
Yes.
Catch your thing. That's so far by your walk. The minister of your teach, your Kawan, when you come back, I cannot find it on that. But by a force, that force you find a canoe. I want to tell find it. It's a new one by you, or you find it. It's a software, no possible. I get someone, someone of quality. I'm not going to be said. Open the canoe, you know what you're saying. Because I know what you're not.
Okay. My name is Jim.
We get the master of one woman. Tell them what color you're quite a man. And that's all by your wall. Yes, we will look to me and catch up. Now, bring your father by him. I will bring your father out. I mean, what you do, man.
Okay. Now I know what to
Repeat what he said.
He said, I said I went to Anglican church and I asked my father why we called him father. And my father didn't give me a good explanation to it. But there are good pastors out there who are teaching and explaining it. But people don't listen. I want to ask him a simple question. If he said he's reading the Bible, well, what is his name? Is he calling himself Reverend? Because what I'm teaching here, what we are reading here, is in the Bible. And the Christ is telling us not to call anyone a father.
Okay, let's pick this one. Let's pick this one. Hello, good evening. Okay, can we call back? 0243137753.
Not to call anyone a father, not to call anyone a reverend. Those kind of big names they put on themselves.
Okay.
So what is his name? Is he really doing what the Bible is saying? Can he tell us his real nationality? If he can tell us that, maybe...
Yeah, let's take this one. Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Good. Good evening, baby. Okay, free.
That's a good queen.
Okay, what will you?
Yeah, and I know Shawa.
Shalom.
Kana bome. I don't feel like I'm doing. Not saying you're not saying out on your supplement. That's a joking. The kingdom of God is at hand. And so many people are getting lost. Abra, Mika, 2, verse number 7. Of the organization and benefit are suffering with learning. I saw the orientation of the one of us and then they will know. It I don't have a son or all. But you can find a son or all. But what kind of teachings is he giving to the congregation of the Most High? It is only 9 years ago. Now, the one thing to go can be that make them all come. So, you know, who we are in the only one law. Because the yard is all you man. Some of you blood is all you man. Many are who got some all you man. Not I am the hidden for I don't hear man. I'm a disaster. And I'm a camera. I can free out as long as there. I can afford where you move for. But then I want when you not open the atom. It's all kind of open. Get up from body.
Yes.
There's a killer from Haya. Why the other that?
Minda.
I will make a book of Kuku. And I will go to that from Kuka. But why are you different?
Okay,
so he called to answer the pastor who called that let's continue.
Okay.
Let's go. Our last quotation is in Jeremiah chapter 5 verses 31.
Okay. Yeah, we enough here far from obviously so but my main family.
Okay.
Me ba cho di baby aka se free.
I don't think we will get it at all.
Kakodo me ba 20 we.
But the only that terminal is Omega, we will do some. You work to the soul, you work to the soul. Omega, I will tell you that you know. There is this one here.
Hey.
Hey. I'm your father. Yeah, I don't need a Saturday, a Sunday.
What do you say you're going to TV for? Then you have to live on India. We have to play good.
I want to really respond to this one.
You're looking for any Sunday.
Okay, so these are some of the teachings that you know.
So this one called that we have Christian, we have Muslims, we have Jewish, and we have everyone have the day of worship, and Sunday is for the Christians.
He said if you want to worship on Saturday, which
So which Bible?
then we should go back. We should go to the
So
Israel.
which Bible do Christians use? Because it's in the Bible.
Okay.
It's in the Sabbath. It's in the Bible.
So which means if the Christians want to on Sunday, then they should stop using the Bible.
Yes.
Because in the Bible it has been stated
So
Saturday.
you are doing it, like she said. Like my sister said, we don't fear him. So see a typical example.
Okay.
We are giving you something for you to research and learn yourself. You said you are giving an excuse to your. So let's go.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 YAHAWAH sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's pick this caller. Hello, good evening. Good. Maybe I told you baby, I can say free.
Never show me the Kwame.
Kwame into you.
Yesterday, Yakupan, and I've seen it also. I'm an animal bar, and I must say my dad, yeah. Now I'm be in your number before me. I say what they ain't sure. So no more come. I say you be dim, bro. So means you could be an only cookie to Bible. Sir, I'm okay. Just to respect, you can't say and with the mind or not, can't say you. And it's a way you know with the one may have money now before. If you're so fully fair, no, shut them out before yet. They have to say, and yeah, it's a fair. Conjure, I'll buy no children, no. I'm not to say. Because I know your castle or so far. I'm not being told to say, who be all your pattern or your support, but they never correct. Or so for a priest. That is our priest, and now we're doing you, and the pastor, with you all, I'm doing the actual minor. And then I'm so many of your community, I'm going to territory. And question, I'm so big to my, I so far, and I'm going to do me that say. And the question was so for Ghana, now so for the children, they have some. I didn't think I so for the book clerical.
I have sense of that.
Question just said, because the familiar one. But it's so for me, traveling the mom, we say, if it is,
Hey!
clerical, and once some FAG, and Bushel, Egypt, and almost no, I take a man and fish. I'm not about clerical. And now, so for I'm going to share my boy, I said, over clerical, I have never got. Only big gap. And so when you are now is good, I'm so praying, I'm so far. I'm almost a more kind of one. Let me say, I'm my way here. Living woman, here, I'm a watcher. No for on my line, mommy, follow.
Okay.
Yeah, the what to up.
When we have the numbers, never to Gamma, you know what you're paying. All right. Young call, you have nothing, young also. Young call, Jamia, I'm not.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 31. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means.
Hold on. The prophets do what?
Prophesy falsely.
Mama kind of fancy. What's on there? I saw for a while, but what's a from?
Okay.
All for one hour than when you phone.
Okay.
All for their own what? Means. Continue.
and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so.
So just imagine someone calling to say that the Christians have their day of worship is Sunday, and the Jews have their day of worship is Saturday.
And the Muslims
So you see, if you're worshiping on Sunday, why are you using a rule, a Bible that says that observe the Sabbath day and keep it holy?
Okay.
So you are giving, like, I don't understand. You are giving an explanation for all that they are doing wrong to make it look like it seems good.
Okay, last week is not here.
Cool.
Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello.
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, talk with you.
Yeah, that's a shot for me. My year, you was at a Bible school now, what crying. What church was impact service. I ain't a what I said. But then, get a bit remember. So we get to remember. What's your answer? What's your answer? And then I say, Kai. Now, yes, Christo, I have a nice one. Okay, I did it. Then can you do that? I am not a chef of one pass over. Let them Kai out of the get but maybe the Christo for that. One of them do with the nation. Yes, Christo. Other would do with that. Look, is it 4:16? Oh, that's where I went in one. That's the organ down. Oh, it said you follow Christo. That's the product there. What you should, the most Christian. Let the Christo pass on the down. I didn't see, never down. If you have the other fountain, they have to bring a woman. But yet, when a woman, if it was back on authority, Christo need our fellow Christian in the awesome motion. Whether you like it or not, if you ever follow a Christian in the awesome motion, what of them will do? No trouble. They are not bringing a check, no big salad. Why are you doing?
Okay.
Christians worship gods. The man was saying that all Christians, I'm cutting the short, all Christians worship gods. So if any pastor wants to challenge you, they should give out his number to face me.
But the question I have to ask is, where is Christianity in the Bible?
Okay.
Let them bring that forth.
Okay. There is nowhere in the Bible that talks about Christianity.
Where's Christianity in the Bible? Give me a scripture in the Bible.
But they said they are following Christ.
Followers of Christ, yes. We are followers of Christ. And we follow Christ by doing what? Doing the things that the Most High commanded him. Him and the Father is one. So Christ was obedient even unto death to the Most High. He never came to change any of that.
Okay.
But they want to preach that the laws are done away with. Christ never came to do away the laws. He came to fulfill the law.
Fulfill it, yeah.
So where's Christianity? So if we say we're following Christ, we must do what? Follow Christ that used the Most High.
Okay. Bro, so, okay, yeah, you're bringing your swinty.
All that we are saying here is that there's a lot needs to be learned in this Bible. It doesn't matter that we are spent or wasted. Let me use it's not spent. The number of years
let me ask you, are you wasting your time about all this? How far is it?
we are not wasting time. Listen, if you get to possess something, like get hold of something, and you see your sister, your brother. Listen, anytime I watch TV, especially multi TV, they are full in there. It becomes annoying to me to see that a lot of people are being deceived out there.
Okay.
And he said, the Bible said, buy the truth and sell it not. We are here to give it to you. So I know there are people out there who are also searching, who are also looking for. It's difficult because it's not something that is easy to meet people who are saying. We have an Israelite community here. They are not even out there teaching.
Okay.
I got to find it very, very difficult. I was once a lost sheep.
Okay.
And today I forgive you. Can the pastor give you salvation? If yes, Then you have no problem. Stay there when the day comes.
You confess it to him.
Confess to your pastor.
First Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. For there is one God and one mediator between God and men, and the man, Christ YAHAWAH.
So the mediator is Christ.
Not the
So
pastor.
not the pastor.
Not the pastor.
Listen, not your reverend doctor. See, the easiest way to become rich in Ghana is being a pastor. Listen, the little that I've known right now, if I turn my eyes that I want to be a pastor, just imagine the money I will make right
Okay.
How about this now?
And you have a small voice that you can sing.
Major
Okay, finally, Yana.
How about this now? Adam na Eve. Why are you not going to come with your children? One ten answer.
Okay.
If you have a one number, as a soft business, you have one Adam Eve now, one more one baby. It's the main place where you must watch church or petrol Adam Eve for a more bra. That's also another grand travel, do not sign him. I'm not crying.
Okay.
It's a soft opportunity with it in no one can train. What's Adam Eve? You have one more baby. It's your man, bra. It's a few hours for a from woman for one.
Okay.
You are said on the master bill coat. It's a message.
All right, so our time is up. Okay, my sister, your final message. Okay, your final message to Johnny Page.
But open any Musuma, your Epan Junction. Number here 055 850 5736. 055 850 5736. I saw your friend, Awakening Kingdom of Zion. You wait to me after any time. No one and I. What the question I want to be sir? Hi. Yeah, you want and you are welcome anytime to call or visit us.
Okay. All right, let me see. And yeah, they see. You better Awakening Kingdom of Zion for us. Especially your community media, the bread work. We ever so, if you are the dear, and the sister, 2 FM shop. Yeah,